Hello, my friends. Today I'll be talking about what art therapists actually do in their work. My name is Yu Zheng, and I've been trained as an art therapist, and I've been doing this work for several years. Keep watching until the end of this video to learn about what art therapists do and what they don't do, as well as to find out about a free checklist that I have available for you. But first, let's go over what art therapy is. So art therapy is a type of therapy or healing modality that involves using the creative process as a way to improve our well-being, whether that's physical well-being or mental, emotional, or spiritual well-being. And you might ask, who do these art therapists actually help? Who do they work with? So art therapists work with a variety of people, almost all ages, all genders, and all backgrounds of people. They can help individuals, they can help groups of people, couples, families, and even a whole community. So art therapists can work alone, but they also are able to work as part of the clinical team. And they can work alongside and collaborate with other professionals, whether there might be doctors or other therapists or social workers. Art therapists can see people who have serious mental health or physical issues in their lives, but also they can help people who are simply seeking more emotional growth, more personal growth, more spiritual growth, and more creative growth in their lives. Now let's get into the highlight part of this video. So the one thing that art therapists do is they assess people's state, whether that is physical state, emotional state, or mental state. This is done through observing the person, the art making process, as well as the artwork itself. The second thing that art therapists do is they provide treatment for whatever challenges or issues that a person is dealing with. And this treatment can involve, and most often involves, art making. Of course, art therapy is about art making, but it also could exclude art making as well sometimes. Because art therapists are trained in verbal therapy as well as counseling, they are able to just provide therapy if that's what is needed in that moment. And art therapy is often combined with other psychotherapy approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy or dialectical behavioral therapy or gestalt therapy or solution-focused therapy, and so many more different therapies out there. So art therapists can combine verbal as well as creative processes to provide treatment for a lot of people. And also, art therapists are able to curate materials and certain methods or processes that are appropriate for the clients and their needs. So in art therapy, certain materials and processes are fit for certain cases or situations, and they each have a different psychological and emotional effect. So for example, drawing with a pencil is gonna have a different result from painting with acrylic paint. So depending on the client, the art therapist can determine what is needed, what processes are appropriate and fitting for that client and for the goals that they want to achieve. And art therapists also observe and witness the client making art. So this means that while the client is making art or in an art therapy session, the art therapist is there to pick up nonverbal cues, and as well as things inside the art like metaphors or symbols that the client doesn't express in words, but they might be expressing in a symbolic or subconscious way in their artwork. So art therapists are there to kind of pick up these cues and use these cues to kind of adjust the materials and methods that they want to incorporate into the therapeutic process that's going to help the client. And these cues can be discovered and shared and talked about so that the clients can find new insights and find new discoveries about who they are and the subconscious things that they are feeling and expressing. And one important thing that art therapists do is they provide space for you to create. So they hold the space for you. They are there to support you, to listen to you, to give you structure and that safe space for you to experience and feel and discover anything that's coming up through the art. Art therapists can welcome and accept any kind of things or themes or topics that can come up in the creative process. This happens because art therapists see the art therapy as a holding space for you to be truly you and to express what you really need to express and heal through that process. Now let's talk about what art therapists don't do, and I think this will help you kind of clarify what they do. So the first thing is that art therapists don't teach art. The goal in art therapy is to express yourself and heal through that process, and not really about learning techniques or mastering some kind of art medium. The art therapist can be there to help you and support you if you feel unfamiliar with some materials. So they help you get familiar with these new materials and help you experiment or explore them further. But they don't really teach art in the traditional sense. And also, art therapists do not critique artworks, and this is an important point. Art therapists don't evaluate or judge an artwork based on its aesthetic qualities or their formal qualities, or judge whether it's according to certain design principles. Because art therapy is about creating that non-judgmental space where you can feel safe to express whatever you need to express, art therapists do not judge or critique an artwork. What they actually do is they allow any kind of artwork to be there. They accept all kinds of artworks and they are respectful for all different types of work or medium. And the last point is that art therapists don't usually work in non-confidential space. This means that art therapy usually happens in a mental health treatment setting, or it's all about this healing in an intimate process and intimate space. So art therapy usually doesn't happen in a public setting or a public space, and it is very important for the art therapist to keep things confidential. However, there are some exceptions to this, and this is when you can experience art therapy or get a taste of it through art therapy workshops, or it might be like art therapy community work. And in those cases, art therapy can happen in a kind of public, more open kind of setting and space. But those are not usually what we kind of think of when we do art therapy work as art therapists. So that's all I have for you. I really hope that this was helpful in some way in kind of clarifying what art therapists actually do and don't do. So I also have a free checklist that I mentioned before. This is a little PDF that I made showing step by step what things you need to do to become an art therapist. So I have that PDF linked below in the description box, so check that out. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the comment section below what kind of video or what topic you want me to cover in the next art therapy video. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel, Thirsty for Art, and press that notification bell to get notified when I have a new video out weekly. So thank you so much. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.